Joe Biden wants to send low-level government employees door to door to vaccinate you. Or more to the point, that's what his handlers want. Pfizer donated $1 million to his inaugural team. They want to see a return on their investment. And it's not just Pfizer. These are glory days for Big Pharma. And the Biden administration is loaded with people who have either worked in Big Pharma or have lobbied for Big Pharma to see that he does Big Pharma's bidding. Anita Dunn is a senior advisor to the Biden administration. She was managing director of SKDK, a political consulting firm that has worked for Pfizer. Jennifer O'Malley Dillon, Biden's deputy chief of staff, was a founding partner of Precision Strategies, a consulting firm that has worked for Gilead and Pfizer. Steve Ricchetti is currently a counselor to Biden. He used to be a lobbyist for big pharma companies Novartis, Eli Lilly, and Sanofi. His brother Jeff runs lobbying firm Ricchetti Inc. One of his current clients is Vaxart, which is working on a corona vaccine pill. Linda Thomas Greenfield is Biden's ambassador to the UN. Last employer, Albright Stonebridge Group, which has represented Pfizer. Ellison Turner is a partner at the law firm of Kirkland & Ellis, which has worked on behalf of Big Pharma to prevent the development of generic drugs. Biden is considering him as director for the U.S. Patent Office. The people who want the vaccine are going to get it. But first, it has to be bought. And forget about the free market, supply and demand and all that. Big Pharma wants more. So they're using their minions in Washington to force it on you. A vaccine that takes multiple sticks to be effective. And the buyer of last resort is the U.S. taxpayer. And forget about Congress, they're not going to help you. Senator Mitch McConnell warns of more lockdowns if people don't get vaccinated. More like threatens. McConnell invests in Vanguard mutual funds. And Vanguard invests heavily in Big Pharma. And it's not just McConnell. Take Montana Governor Greg Gianforte. When he was in the U.S. House of Representatives, he had $3.6 million invested in Big Pharma, including AbbVie, which has successfully fought off generic competition for over 20 years. He has more stock that stands to benefit from the fake plague, including Roche Holding AG, which received approval to sell their emergency corona antibody test. Congressman turned CNN commentator Joe Kennedy III owns $2.1 million in Big Pharma stock in a family trust, including Pfizer, Merck, Johnson & Johnson, and Eli Lilly and Company. And if they don't own chunks of Big Pharma owns them. Here are a few senators who have taken campaign contributions from Big Pharma in recent years. Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. Their shit smells the same. McConnell's message is clear. Give us money or we'll take away your pathetic little lives again. So when some holier-than-thou corona Nazi tells you it's about public safety, you can spit in his eye.